my whole campaign plan was dollars and doors, raising grassroots dollars and knocking on people's doors and talking to them face to face. And we can't do that right now. So campaigning has also looked different. Not only does it look different, it's also just like a completely different part of my priorities right now. There are people in my
Right.
neighborhood who don't have jobs, who don't have food, who don't have income, and so the issues have really spiked. So campaigning looks different. What I'm doing now is I've shifted all my efforts. Instead of telling people to vote for me, I'm telling people where to get resources that they might need during this time, which I think is really important, which I think leadership should be doing. And by in the way of doing that, I'm also mentioning, by the way, I'm also running for office,
Right.
and would love to serve you in a different capacity, and hoping that in that way the word gets out, so that I'm running for the seat, and that I'm very willing and hoping to serve our community.
What have your thoughts been on the response to this at a local, at a state, even a federal level?
I think that I think at all accounts, have been very unprepared. And it's just been very interesting to see how people are responding differently. I think starting from the top, I wish we could be doing more. It's incredibly sad to know that we spent $3 trillion to really help Wall Street, while our small business budget just capped. It's incredibly just backwards to me how we're investing in money instead of in people, when it's people that are essentially our economy, and our people are right now in danger of becoming sick and dying. So it's sad, it's frustrating. I think I am very proud of my Congresswoman Rashida, and fighting for us with her crew. If you get down to the state level, I honestly think that they're trying their best. I also think that there's just confusing narratives going on. Like, people shouldn't be protesting and feeling as if their rights are being taken away right now. If we all understood in the wider scheme of things, this is actually, being out is actually damaging to our health, which is damaging to our economy, which is damaging to our communities. So I think that there's just a lot of confusing narratives from the state level, which is confusing people and getting people mad. Locally, I see people trying to figure out how to even function. People are learning how to use Zoom for the first time. So it's just very, very hard to, I think, blame and pinpoint all the wrong things when people are building the ship as they go. But definitely wish that we were more prepared. And I think that we could have been, if we would have listened to scientists, if we would have listened to other folks in office. But we are here now, and I really hope that people continue to step up, and be very proactive in their decision making and in their planning for us to sustain ourselves.
Is there anything else that you haven't already spoken to that you're particularly worried about as this crisis continues on?
Just the amount of support people will need. We started Southwest Detroit's mutual aid efforts. We call it Southwest Detroit Cares, Community Cares, and it's a group of community organizers and residents who are really supporting each other, and through a form. And we used to get about anywhere from 3 to 5 requests for food a day. This week, we've been getting anywhere from 10 to 15 requests a day for food and for money for rent. So it's just going to keep getting worse. I'm trying to provide basic needs, as other leadership figure out other ways to solve this, right, or to mitigate it. We on the ground have to make sure that our people are okay, while everything else is happening.
Yeah. So when this is eventually, I guess, over, who knows what over really means because it will transform us, but do you think there are any long-term lessons we'll be able to take away from this, or that you even just hope we take away from this?
So I think we have now all acknowledged the need for housing, for water, for food as a basic thing that people need, people in society need. And I think setting structures to achieve that for everyone is like now. Like now is the time to have those conversations. So I think that's something that we're gonna take away from this. That's something that we can be working towards, because if the scientists are correct, this is not going to be the last time this happens. If global warming can continues the way that it does, our our homes will look different, our ecosystems will look different, our habitats will look different. So we have to prepare for those. We have to be proactive, and I think this moment has showed us that.